Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations, scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, and Yahawashi. Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honor to those and apostles of great millstone led me to this truth. Been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elected, to the hopeful elect. Lord, willing we part of that number. Lord, willing this be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5 verse 42. So I wanted to go and address the comment board. It was something else that this guy mentioned yesterday, but I don't think he really understands what it's saying, because I had a conversation with my elder about it last night, and I had a feeling, I was like, something's off about that. You know, the suggestion that he also made about this certain topic that I got up here: if the universe didn't expand, we would be through, right? So I'm gonna break it down and show you why. Okay, because Esau Edom would have been able to break Jacob's covenant if that was so. Okay, so I'm going to show you why that's not what it is, but I'm going to show you what he tried to put out to make it seem like that's what it is. Okay, so Lord witness edifying to the flock. We're going to get over here, and this is where he showed it. He said the earth universe is complete, not ever expanding, right? Said thus the heavens and the earth were finished, all the hosts of them, right? Now you have to understand, when he finished the heavens, yeah, he did that, but it's like this. Let's say you have a house and you go, my house is done, right? Your house is finished, it's all done, and you say, you know what? Fuck it, I want to add another room to it. Okay? I want to expand this house. Okay? You can expand the house. So for the time being, yeah, the universe he did finish the universe, but that doesn't mean that he can't add on to it, and he's going to have to add on to it, because if we're an everlasting kingdom and Jacob is going to keep having babies, then he's going to have to keep expanding the universe at some point. At some point, the Lord's going to have to expand the universe. But this is not the reason why the universe is being expanded, okay? The reason why is to basically keep prophecy from being not fulfilled, okay? So we're going to put in the scriptures about it. And it's going to be a real quick video. It's not going to be long. I got to go to the plantation, but you know, I wanted to come address this because it was on my comment board. So we're going to go to Proverbs, because he just might not know this. He might know, might not. Proverbs 20 verse 24. First, we're going to start right here. And it says, and this isn't really concerning what he's saying, but it is, but this is, I'm trying to put a point for something else with this scripture. Proverbs chapter 20 verse 24, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? So the Lord put the spirit on Esau Edom to search out the universe, you know, and try to map it all out, because of a certain prophecy that said that basically he told him if he could do it, then he will take away, you know, the covenant from David, okay, which is in Jeremiah. Okay, but all of us, the Lord has got us doing whatever. Some of us that are prophets, he's deceived them. Some of them, he's actually giving them the truth. You know, and you can just know by you know, their fruits, if they're going by what GMS said or not, right? So we're gonna get over here, and we're gonna put in Daniel. Gonna put a couple points out, and then we're gonna deal with it. So Daniel, you know, and this is nothing like, you know, probably, you know, especially the followers, we all of GMS, we know this, but you know, there's some people that don't know. So Daniel chapter 7 verse 27. Let's go back to 26. It says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end, right? And it says, in the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given unto the people of the saints of the Most High. So it's going to happen after this place is destroyed. and all the kingdoms were taken down, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all the dominions shall serve and obey him. So for this to be able to be established, the universe is going to have to keep expanding, because the Lord is an everlasting kingdom. So at some point, it's going to have to be expanded, but it's already being expanded. So this is Daniel chapter 4, verse 3. I'm just trying to show it says it's everlasting first, and then we're going to deal with it. It says, how great are his signs and how mighty are his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, his dominion from generation to generation, right? Now, when we go look up in Jeremiah, and that's the thing, like my elder is in GMS, so this is why, I do these things first. I ask him first because I thought it was this, but I wanted to make sure, to be, in order. So Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 35, because I haven't dealt with this topic in a little bit, but I knew it. And I haven't had anybody come and try to put that Genesis chapter 2, verse 1 to make it seem like the Lord can't expand on the heavens, okay? So this is, thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for light for day, and the ordinance of the moon by the stars, and of the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea, when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name, right? It says, if those ordinances depart from before me, say the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So this is the reason why they use chemtrails. They do those kind of things to kind of cover up the sun and the moon, okay? Because they're trying to stop the covenant, okay? But they can't do that. They can't. It's not working. Okay, but that's why they do stuff like that, and also the poisonous as well. Verse 37, thus saith the Lord, Yahawah, Yahawashi, if heaven above can be measured, what's that? Being able to measure all of the firmament, okay? And they would have been able to do it if it wasn't expanding, okay? All they had to do was do it digitally. And the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, because that's why they be searching through the caves and going through the caves. You got the cave climbers and all that, and they be trying to get to the bottom of the earth. I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord, Yahawah, Yahawashi. So this is how we know that the Lord made sure it would keep expanding because of this situation. Okay? Because if not, then we wouldn't have been able to be a people, man. We would have got cast out. So when you go over here, okay, so the Lord put the Spirit on them to know that they had to do this, okay, to be able to stop the covenant. But when they went and found out, and because when you look up the word, I'm gonna look it up in a second. Hold on. Shalom. Bahasham. No, it's okay. It's okay. I gotta ride to work, and I'll just get it when I get off. I was like, I was just hoping I didn't leave it nowhere. So the water. Yeah, it was probably me. I just left it in there. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. I won't be tired. I'll be up. Come on. All right. So, come on. Shalom, Yahawashi. All right, Salakia, for that, I had left my bag, and it's got my bike charger and stuff, and all my stuff in it, and my computer charger and stuff. So it says, how fast is the universe expanding in light years? This means that for every megaparsec, 3.3 million light years, or 3 billion trillion kilometers from Earth. The universe is expanding in an area of 73.3, kilometers per second, right? So we know that when you go over here go over here to the Blue Letter Bible. You know, you got to remember Esau Edom is being controlled by the Lord. So he put the spirit on them to want to try to do that. Okay, to try to figure it out. But this is why. Okay? When we go to Genesis, this is like what they do. They search everything out. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. And it reads, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi hath made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree in the garden, right? Well, we're going to look up that word serpent. Okay? And look what it says.
Strong's H 5175. Nachash.
Nachash, right? So Nahash means serpent, snake, serpent, image of a serpent, fleeing serpent, right? Mythological. So how are they fleeing? They're trying to escape judgment, okay? By making an artificial birthright for one, and also gaining all those riches, trying to go into the bunkers. Okay, that's like the traits of these people, man. The seed line of Esau Edom. Okay, which is basically the seed line of Cain. Okay, so we're gonna look up the root word of that
Strong's
word.
H 5172.
Nachash, right? And it says to practice divination, divine, observe signs, learn by experience, diligently observe, right? Practice fortune telling, take as an omen to practice divination. So that's what, see, there's no serpents that do that. That's a seed line of people. And that's what they tried to do in space so they could knock off the Lord's covenant with Jacob. Okay? That's how they found out. Okay? Because they were like, oh, we can search all that. We got the technology to do that. And then they got down there and found out that it still it keeps expanding, so they can't ever be able to search out all the planets, through their technology. Because their technology, they can see it, So if it was to where they could just be like, oh, all of this is here, and this is how far the universe is, then Jacob would not be here, man. We would have got cut off. So that's how we know that the Lord is expanding it. He completed the heavens and the earth at that time, but that doesn't mean that he can't expand it. The Lord can do anything. Okay? He could do anything. And that's why it says, don't seek out anything too hard for thee. Don't, and I'm going to go pull that up real quick before I pull up these other precepts. Because it's like this. It's like if you hungry and you want something to eat, right? And you get a burger or whatever you eat it. You're not thinking about how it's going to digest and all that. You just eat it. So that's how it is with some things concerning the truth. Sometimes the elders and apostles, they just tell you, look, the Lord said that he could do anything. And he said that the space keeps expanding and the earth is round. Okay? But they'll break it down to you, but it's almost just like, it's not really expedient. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that you just to go search it out and check it out, but we know that if Esau Edom could have had that measured out, they would have did it. Okay? But he made it to where they can't do it. So Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 21, seek out not things that are too hard for thee, neither search things that are above thy strength. And that's something above our strength, because we don't have the technology to go see through space and stuff. But Esau Edom does, and they found out that it keeps expanding, man. They're not going to just say that. It keeps expanding, man. Because the Lord controls everybody. He said the man's goings are the Lord. Okay? They're trying to escape judgment, so they're trying to go out to space, right? But they can't get past that ozone layer. So 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 5, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work in evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. And that's why I'm bringing this across, because we're supposed to make full proof of everything that we study, and everything that we come across with. So that's the reason why, the universe we know is expanding, okay? Because without that, then the covenant would have got cut off, okay? Because they would be able to measure the heavens, okay? It didn't say you had to be there to see it, just said measure it. They could have did that through technology, but they can't because it keeps expanding, okay? Because the Lord is basically the universe, and it says he's everlasting. So what does that mean? That means that he's never going to stop growing. The Lord's never going to stop growing his kingdom. It's going to grow forever. It's a tree. It's never going to die. It's going to keep growing. So it's going to need more room. Okay, he said my house, let me pull that up. Let me go back before I get done, because I got to go to the plantation. And I knew this was right because I heard this, about almost a year ago, but, came back up, so now I'm coming across it. So John chapter 14, verse 2, in my Father's house are many mansions, and those mansions are really like planets, man, universes. If it were not so, I would have told you, if it were not so, I would have told you. I go prepare a place for you. And what's that preparing? He's preparing the universe by expanding it. You see? He's preparing it. He's still preparing it. And it's always going to be constantly prepared, because there's going to be more and more and more of Israel being born. Because I'm telling you right now, we're the elect. Those men, we're going to be getting busy. All right? We're going to be having a whole bunch of kids. Some of them going to be these people out here who's talking that bull biggity, but they're going to be in their right mind that time. Some of our people. That was the 2/3. So that's all I want to get across to address the comment board. So shalom to elect Israel, to the hope elect Israel, ye Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, West Indian, Haitians, and foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawashi. I got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honors. Ooh, hold on. I got one more precept. Lord putting the spirit on me to do this one. Our Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, behold, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by thy great power and stretched out arm. And there is nothing too hard for thee. So there's nothing too hard for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. There's nothing too hard for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. He's going to make sure that his prophecy is fulfilled. So I just want to bring that across as well. So double honors to the elders and apostles. A great millstone led me to the truth, been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who part of the elect. And to the hopeful elect, Lord wouldn't be part of that number. Lord wouldn't be edifying those who fear the name of the Lord and strive to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. It's unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5 verse 42. So the water for tuning in. Yahawashi, Barak, Atham, ball. And Lord willing, we can exalt the name of Yahawashi, another day, and we can have a blessed day of atonement. Starting at sundown. So shalom.